What's going on, guys? Today's video, a bunch you've been asking for. We're going to find out how good is a team of 2022 NHL free agents. Now, first thing I want to show you guys is the updated NHL team ratings. I've gone through and moved all the free agents as well as trades to their respective teams. I still have to edit all the contracts, so once I'm done that, I think I can put up the roster. A lot of you have been asking for that. In terms of draft picks, I'm probably just going to leave them as is because to get Shane Wright on Seattle, you have to actually create a custom Shane Wright. You can't just move the real one. It's basically way too much of a headache, so just letting you guys know that ahead of time. But look at the ratings here. You can see Arizona's still the lowest rated team. They're 82 overall. So we're going to be subbing them out for this video. As I mentioned, guys, it is a free agent team, so it's right there, the central free agents. Top players, Bergeron, even though he's either going back to the Bruins or retiring, he is a free agent. Johnny Gaudreau, Kadri, playing at UFA Arena. I believe this team is very high rated. Yeah, 93 overall. Makes us the highest rated team now in the NHL. Next closest, I think, is Carolina, actually, 91. Followed closely by Tampa Bay and Colorado, both 90 overall, which is pretty fitting since, of course, those are two teams in the Stanley Cup final. I feel like adding Pacioretty and Burns definitely boosted the Hurricanes. Alright, guys, so next I'm going to show you the team. I do want to point out that every single player on this team is a UFA. We got no RFAs. As well, to make the team, they had to be a free agent when free agency officially started Wednesday, July 13th at noon. So like Evander Kane and Malkin, who I think both signed the day before, they're not going to be on it, but still, the team's pretty nasty. We got Gaudreau, Bergeron, Perron on the first line and a +5. Trocheck, Kadri, Giroux on the second, also Kane a +5. Burakovsky, Kopp, and Palat on the third line, with Kessel, Strome, and Kubalik on the fourth line. -2, but it's still a pretty good fourth line. Defensively, definitely kind of the weakest spot of this team. So we got Klingberg, Manson top pair, Miller, Leddy second pair, with Chara and Schultz on the bottom pair. Surprised to see actually Chara still's inside. I would definitely sign him for league minimum if I'm a team just looking for a veteran. Goaltending wise are pretty solid. So Darcy Kuemper, our starter there, 87 overall. Jack Campbell backing him up. I actually never realized Darcy Kuemper's pretty tall, 6'5". For some reason, I never realized that. I would have guessed he was probably 6'1", 6'2". In terms of special teams guys, they also look good. +5 in the first four-man, +5 in the first power play. PK +2 and +3. I've actually got insane face-off takers on this team. Giroux 92, Trocheck 87, Kopp 38 with the quick draw. Bergeron's got 95. We show you winning most of the draws with this team. Three-man, no minus, which is a positive. Also, too, there's some scratch players on this team. Sherratt, Kulak, Niederreiter. Basically, I included them to kind of mix it up and use whatever worked chemistry-wise. Fourth line, it didn't matter, so Kubalik's the Red Wing, had to go with him. And then defensively, I think Chara gets better chemistry than both Kulak and Sherratt. So, should be a good team. I mean, they're 93 overall. I'll show you guys a captaincy, too. I figured if you still haven't signed to the team yet, you can't have a letter. So, Gaudreau, the biggest free agent signing by far, is wearing the C. Giroux, there's an A. Kopp, there's an A. I think probably the biggest Red Wings free agent signing. Either him or Perron, depending who you ask. And so far through the preseason, guys, we're 4-2. Bergeron there's got 11 points in 6 games, so he's crushing it. We'll see what exactly the ratings are for this team. 99 offense, 88 defense, 89 goaltending. Okay, so yeah, kind of what you'd expect. We'll see how they do in the sim. I feel like we should at least be a playoff team. Alright, guys, we're at the trade deadline right now with a record of 37-21-2. Solid season so far. Currently second in the division there behind the Jets. They have 77, we have 76. Honestly surprised. The Jets really don't have a lot of forward depth right now. I will say, too, we definitely slowed down. I think we were 21-5. I forget the OT losses to start the year. Bergeron killing it, 81 points, 60 games. Loved seeing that from him. Maybe he'll earn a C here after this season. But within the last month and a half, looking like we'll be a playoff team. And check this out, guys. After losing Johnny Gaudreau and trading Matthew Tkachuk for Huberdeau and Weegar, Calgary goes out and trades a first and a third for Carlson. So San Jose's now traded away him and Brent Burns. That's kind of nuts. Oh, wow, look at this one. Nietzsche in a sixth, the Islanders. Carolina gets Dobson in a third. Very interesting, because I feel like Carolina's got good enough defense already, and I feel like the Islanders have good enough forwards already, so I feel like both teams were just trading for something they already kind of have. And it's down the end of the season, guys. We have a record of 56-22-4. That's insane. Finished with 116 points on the year. I think won the President's Trophy. Yeah, the next closest teams, the Bruins and the Panthers, they're 100 each. So we crushed it. Let's see here. Bergeron put up 112 points. We'll take a look here and see how everyone else did. Gaudreau there, over 100 points, 103. Giroux, 97. Perron, 79. Kadri, 72. Trocheck, 66. Kopp was over 50. Palat was close. Kessel, 42 as a fourth liner. Had some second power play time, but still pretty impressive. Klingberg, 40 for D-man. Isn't too bad. So yeah, overall, can't be too upset with this team. Goaltending-wise, Darcy Kuemper had most starts. .908 save percentage, 2.89 goals against. Jack Campbell, slightly better save percentage and goals against, but as the backup, I mean, you know, it's not quite as impressive. So take a look here in the entire league. See where Bergeron finished. Bergeron beat out McDavid for the Art Ross Trophy by a point. That's insane. Marchand there. Bergeron on the Bruins 104. He sims so well. It's crazy. Like, doesn't have the best shot or anything, or even the best passing. His X factors are all kind of more two-way stuff, but he still puts up so many points. Gaudreau, of course, Larkin, Giroux, Pavelski, Kane. Okay, take a look at goals here. Goes to McDavid, so he's winning the Maurice Richard. Defensive scoring, Roman Josi, Fox, Barry, Hedman. I mean, pretty accurate aside from McCarr being, you know, nowhere. There he is, 62. Goaltending-wise, Connor Hellebuyck there, the most wins. Probably why the Jets are doing so well. Save percentage for a starter, Jack Campbell. Wait. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, Jack Campbell did not play that many games for us, but Jack Campbell and the Oilers went off. .914 and a 2.86. Was that also the best goals against? Allmark, actually, 2.84. And then rookie skaters here. And obviously, we don't have any rookies. Lucas Raymond popped off there for 74 points. And obviously, guys, we finished first place in the league. Just want to see who finished last really quick. The top 16 all made it. And the Buffalo Sabres finished last. Tied with Chicago Blackhawks and the LA Kings. LA's a surprise. Arizona, or actually, that's like, where's Arizona? We subbed them out. Okay, so that does make sense. With the most goals for in the NHL. And we also have the lowest goals against. So Darcy Kemper there winning away on Jennings. We'll get started now with the playoffs. See who we play in the first round. Kind of cool to, like, you know, see obviously the sim with all the new faces in new places. We got Nashville Predators up first. So they got Ryan McDonough now, Nino Niederreiter. Let's see how we do. First two games at home, 6-5 OT loss and a 6-4 win. Next two games, OT loss again and a win. So we're playing them close here. Loss. Are you kidding me? How is this team out in the first round of the Preds? That's... I do not get the playoff sim in this. And now the playoffs just ended, guys. Stanley Cup champs there, the Edmonton Oilers. So we'll see if Jack Campbell's the X factor to lead McDavid to his first ever Stanley Cup. New Jersey there picking first overall again. Buffalo 2. Okay, you can see a lot of traded picks there, which really shouldn't be traded. That's another reason why I think you kind of have to leave the prospects in the draft, because you got all the traded picks or whatever. And since you still have to sim through that draft, it gets so confusing. Bergeron there had 10 points in 6 playoff games. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, the rest of the team just did not play good enough for him. So, Oilers here beat the Golden Knights in 7. Swept the Canucks. Predators in 7. So, the Predators actually went on a bit of a run. And then they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning there in 7. Ottawa made the Eastern Conference Final. Detroit there made it to the second round. I would love to see that in real life. So, finally here, guys, we'll take a look at the awards. Of course, we did get the President's Trophy. Individual awards, Bergeron won the Art Ross as well, and the Hart. So, we got some hardware. Tyson Barrie, James Norris over Josi. That's kind of crazy. He led all defensemen in scoring a couple years ago. Didn't even get a single first-place vote, which is kind of nuts. Bergeron also won Lady Byng. Must have had many penalty minutes. Raymond there, Calder. McDavid, though, Conn Smythe. If they ever win it, he's almost for sure getting it. Maybe Draisaitl. Campbell there got the Vezina, so big reason why. Jennings, of course, goes to Kemper and Campbell. They split it. Roy there, Bill Masterton. Seattle coach Jack Adams. Bergeron on Boston gets the Selke. Come on. Our Bergeron, though, Ted Lindsay. And then McDavid there, Maurice Richard. So, I mean, kind of crazy. We got beat by Nashville first round. But again, anything can happen in the playoffs. This team is pretty solid. We did win the President's Trophy. It's a shame. Couldn't have won the Stanley Cup too, but what are you going to do? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit someone down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.